Hi everyone, yet another Futuron review. Today we are going to review the 6770 Lunar Transporter Patroller or Magma Carrier from the Futuron subtheme. I'll let you know upfront that I love this set. As a kid, I have always wanted it for a quite obvious reason, because this is the only set apart from the famous monorail that has electricity built into it. But that's not the only reason. I think this is a perfect small vehicle. Let's go into details. As you can see, it's built up of two sections: a front vehicle. This is where the driver sits, and this is pulling the load in the back. That is multifunctional, to be frank, because it does not only serve as a pack for this whole electric system, but it can also be taken off and used for any purpose. You can stand here minifigures, or if you really want, you can also place here official other loads from, for example, the monorail system. So this is a very nice rear vehicle here, but in the official set you get this fantastic electric loads on the back of it. As you can see, it's equipped with radar dishes here and there and a lot of antennae. So most probably this is some kind of detector unit. I think it would also look nice if it were placed like this, looking for some kind of ore or magma or whatever. But it can also be imagined as a radio control station. For example, if you stand it up like this. To be frank, it wouldn't stand like this if you removed the battery from the whole unit. But with the battery, it stands just nice and fine. Let's review what the electricity does in the system. Of course, you have to press this little button here in the back. It jumps in quite well, and you get alternating flickering lights. If you know the system, the 9-volt system, then you know that this light has two modes. It can either be flickering like this, or by reversing the polarity, you can also change it to constant light. So let's change that, turn it around, place it back there, and then you have stable, clear lights. The lights can get different colors. Officially, you get a red, a blue, a green, and one more red color with it. So if you want, you can have two red ones or a mixed setup. There are other colors available for these lights, so if you want, you can also tailor it to your own preference. But let's return to the alternating lights, because they are more fun. To be frank, the only backdrop of the electric system for me is that, you know, these white parts can go yellow, and when they go yellow, your only possible good option to make them bright and white again is to use hydrogen peroxide, but it will attack metal because it's oxidizing. So you cannot do this with electric parts. Do not even try that. So when you have these electric systems and you have yellowed electric parts, you either have to build them around or just not use them at all. The other fun part of the electric system is the sound. So it's a light and sound system. And of course, here is the sound unit. There are different versions of the sound unit. This one got the so-called space noise sound system. All you have to do to turn it on is to turn this little knob around. Let's try this. this is the sound you get. Or alternatively, you can turn it around, switch it off, and get a different sound. I especially like this fact that there are two sounds recorded into that, and you can select which one you prefer. To switch it off, you can untoggle this little gray part in the back of it. For me, one of the most liked features of this set is that you can efficiently take it apart and use the front vehicle on its own. This is not common for most of the Futuron vehicles. For example, the big vehicle that we are going to review in a few days, there the two sections do not work alone. But this little vehicle, to be frank, could have been a set on its own without any compromise. The only thing that I miss is that they have not created more vehicles like this that could be connected with these old ball joint parts. But of course, Lego is up to you. You can build whatever you want. So I might consider building alternative front and back parts connecting by the same ball joints. One thing that is strange about this front vehicle is that it has a very effective jet drive in the back of it. So I can even imagine that it can take off and fly around. Of course, it doesn't need wings because in space you do not have air. So why not? The rear section, as I have mentioned, is nice as well on its own. Not because it can stand like this, because it has not much function, but if you unload it, then still this can be good use, for example, for carrying minifigs around. Maybe like this. Or maybe just as well, you could add different loads in the new kind of loads to the set. So that's all I have wanted to mention about this set. See you next time. Bye.